Donald Trump demonstrated once again how utterly disgusting and racist he is to his core with a video that he posted to Truth Social yesterday. And the reaction was so bad that they uncharacteristically deleted the video, which you don't often see. So we're gonna show a little bit for you. At first, it's gonna seem like just another conspiracy AI slop video or whatever, like fills Donald Trump's feed on a daily basis, but it's actually somehow worse than that. Take a look.
There was a massive spike occurred that favored Joe Biden.
Yes, that video you saw of the Obamas as monkeys or apes was embedded into that video about votes and how Trump actually won, and that lunatic theory to begin with. So why did they put that in there? Did Trump know about it? Is Trump going to take responsibility for it? What are the Republican reactions? All those things are going to get sorted out by John right now.
Yeah, but every bit of this is absolutely disgusting. And let's not gloss over that Trump is sharing that faux documentary about how the election was supposedly stolen to justify rigging this election. So that's its own brand of disgusting anti-democratic nonsense. But let's focus on the last bit where you have Barack and Michelle Obama portrayed as apes or gorillas or something like that in a disgusting tiny little clip. Now, we don't know if Donald Trump made the video himself, like stitched the different parts together, or if he was even aware of that last part of the video. But a lot of people are mad about this. Now, that last bit with Barack and Michelle Obama, that comes from a longer AI video uploaded last year by a pro-Trump account, Zarius X. That's the same apparent outlet that produced the clip of Donald Trump dropping poop on protesters, which somehow they did not delete that one, bear in mind. So this video had the caption, "President Trump, King of the Jungle," and it featured a lot of other caricatures. So we're gonna bring up some of that so that you can see.
So it starts with the Obamas, and you've got, I guess those are chimpanzees, and then we go to Hakeem Jeffries, a different animal. Okay, and then we've got donkeys like AOC. Oh, Pritzker's heavier, so they went with elephant. Oh, that's so surprising. Okay, Zoran is a recent addition. To be fair, Biden appears to be a baboon of some sort. Is this a meerkat, John? Is that what we think?
I think that's a meerkat, yeah.
Yeah, and then of course, Trump is the lion. I don't know if is that Barry Weiss? I don't know. I don't know who that is.
I don't even know who that is. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know what she would be doing in this video. On the other hand, there's Harry Sisson, and I don't know what he's doing in this video either. So haha, these are all Democrats. They're all animals. And they all bow to lion. I don't know if lion is a play on words for a guy who's constantly lying.
Could be.
Yeah. So John, let's start here. So we're gonna get to the reaction, obviously. So there's a couple of different angles. That video itself, so I get their excuse. Oh, we're just portraying different animals, right? And I have a unique take that although it's absolutely scientific and biological, we're all apes. So I don't get that offended by stuff like that. Okay, in fact, they've been doing this to me for over a decade, which we'll get to a little bit later, etc. But that's not the point. The point is that is a racial stereotype that has been in this country for a long, long time and has led to disastrous things. And clearly, like if you don't know that putting black people as monkeys or apes is racist, welcome to America. You've never been here, I guess. No, everyone knows that. So whether that was known or unknown, including, by the way, not just for Trump, but for these guys, because like that cute little excuse with the other animals, right? But it's not unclear what you're doing. And then John, he didn't take any of those other scenes. The only one in the video was the one of the Obamas as apes.
Exactly, yeah, and that'll play into the excuses that we're gonna get. And there's multiple layers of excuses here. So bear in mind that video was posted by the president, or at least on his account, and it stayed up for 12 hours before it came down. So whatever excuse they use, bear in mind they left it up for half of a day. So Sophia Kai of Politico wrote this: the White House has deleted the apes video. They finally did after 12 hours, after millions of people saw it, and said, quote, "President Trump didn't see the video, legitimately didn't. A staffer posted it. And for what it's worth, only a small number of staffers have access to his Truth Social account." Okay, And CNN's White House correspondent Elena Treen added that a senior White House official told her, quote, a White House staffer erroneously made the post. And okay, that doesn't actually answer many questions. It in fact begs a lot, some of which are in this next post from Bad Trump Quips, who says, so Trump hires racists and lets them control his social media. And they just choose what to put. There's no actual check on what these racist staffers post. It's the same social media that he uses to threaten people. Or is he actually the one threatening people? I mean, if he's not posting the memes, maybe he's not posting the posts either. And if they're controlling his social media, what else are they controlling? You know, there's a great post up right now by Gavin Newsom who says, oh, looks like AutoPen is in control of Trump because now anything he does that gets a negative reaction, it wasn't actually him, it was somebody else. And also, who? What do you mean a staffer? Which staffer did this? Which staffer chose to put up this election conspiracy nonsense and then for some reason decided to pluck to 1 second out of a year-old meme video and then put it in there? And not of AOC and not of Schumer or whatever, but Barack and Michelle, for some reason, put into a video about the 2020 election, which Obama was not even president for. Like again, I know that they think that's a great excuse. Oh, we'll just say a staffer did it. Then say specifically what staffer and explain why they were canned for posting an explicitly and intentionally racist video on your social media. But they're not doing that, Cenk. They're hoping that people will just move on.
Yeah, so now we're gonna get to the heart of why he did this. But first, before we do that, I gotta give rare props to Gavin Newsom here. He tweeted, wow, the White House says Trump doesn't write his own tweets. AutoPen? Okay, yeah. So that's a good one. I may get congressional hearings around who the real tweeter is, and we find out who's actually running the White House. So we are asking you guys on TYT.com, why did Trump post a video? A, because he's a racist. That's certainly a possibility, and a very significant one. B, he didn't know it was posted, so he says, oh, well, the staffer did it. I didn't know it was posted. C, a distraction from the Epstein files. D, to try to get some portion of his base back. So, yep. John, that's a theory, right? Which is, look, let me throw something racist in there. And maybe it's a combination of those answers that I just read you guys. Be a nice distraction from the Epstein files. We'll go back to me just being a racist. At least it's not like betraying the country on a meta level, right? Mm-hmm. And whether his base is and what percentage of his base is racist or not, Trump thinks his base is racist. So he's throwing out some red meat to what he thinks is his base in order to try to distract them. So that's my best guess as to why he's doing this. Our audience is voting pretty significantly. No, he's just racist, which is also very, very, very possible. And it could be both. What do you think?
Yeah, look, some people also think, yeah, just it's intended to be a distraction from the other terrible things going on, like gunning down American citizens. Trump and Jeanine Pirro saying, yeah, your Second Amendment, that's not worth anything. And they got negative reaction for that. Maybe it's to distract from the fact that his name shows up in the Epstein files more times than Harry Potter's name shows up in all the Harry Potter books combined. I don't know, there's a lot of bad stuff. It is literally true that his name appears more often than Harry Potter appears in all the Harry Potter books.
Wow.
But yeah, there's a lot to distract from, and I don't know. What I do know is this: that's a terrible, vague excuse. And you know what they didn't even do in their crappy excuse? They didn't even apologize. Like Trump, like imagine if you had interns that managed your Twitter account and could post there. Like sometimes it's you, sometimes it's them, and they post something racist. Or is Praveen just gonna put out a statement saying it was somebody else and you never address it, you never apologize for that going out in your account? That wouldn't fly for us, but for some reason it's supposed to fly for the president of the United States.
Yeah, of course, and we all know his thing is, oh, never apologize, right? All right, fine, but then don't complain when someone calls you racist. By the way, now turning to that, John, it's not just us now, it's a lot of Republicans, including there was a caller on NPR that just lit into him who's a 3-time Trump voter saying this man is pathetic.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn that in 1 second. I just wanna make a quick prediction. By Monday, we'll have a report from inside of the White House that Trump is furious that they took down the video. By the way, that's my prediction.
Oh, you know what? On that note, John, sorry, one more thing about that. Yeah, like This is, if you don't know, this part of the story is absolutely crystal clear. This is Trump 101. He makes someone do something, or in this case, it was him. Like, did he edit the video himself? No way. He doesn't know how to edit. You crazy, right? But did he do this wild ass post where he put it up? Of course it was him and not a staffer. That he's doing this, he's putting up 1,000 tweets an hour, right? And there's no staffer doing that, it's him. And we can tell when it's a staffer. It'll accidentally have largely correct English, right? But then he throws this, whoever this guy they're gonna pretend, I don't know if they're ever gonna name him, right? Maybe it'll come out in the third half of the Epstein files, right? But like, oh, it wasn't me, I'm not responsible. Says the strong leader, says the lion of the jungle? Come on. Every time you ring the bell below, an angel gets his wings. Totally not true, but it does keep you updated on our live shows.